I know it talked a little bit about, the revelation of just Scout having a decent weapon, and honestly, I couldn't care less anymore. I still want the Scout again, and this is not it. Welcome back, potassium people. Today we're going to be talking about the Uber Saw, but first, let me just break down how this whole operation goes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how I like to use this weapon. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how it looks with banana peel applied on it. Third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rank it on a tier list. And then fourth, I'm going to go ahead and eat a delicious, nutritious banana. So, let's get right into it. The Uber Saw. Fantastic melee weapon, maybe a little too good, because if you're using anything else besides this bad boy, you're basically just nerfing yourself, right? Let's face it, any other weapon choice for the melee is just not going to be as good, like 90% of the time. The only exception is the Solemn Vow, because you can see people's HP, and that's great, because now you know if you should go in and try and kill them, or you should just run away like you usually do. Except now you don't have to make any guesswork. With the Uber Saw, however, you could just go ahead and do guesswork anyways, because guess what? You're only 10% away from an Uber, so may as well, and then you could be invincible for 8 seconds. Or, you can go ahead Uber your teammate that's running up behind you that wants to kill that tasty, delicious spy for another 1 point in the scoreboard. And guess what? You just happen to hit that spy and crit them like any good, normal medic player in casual. So, do I like this weapon? Yes. Do I wish there was a little bit of variance in what would be the best choice to use besides Super Saw? Maybe a little bit, but honestly, I'd just like to see the funny number go up so I can go ahead and kill the enemy team by right-clicking. So, let's talk about the banana peeled application. This weapon looks really good, and I have to go back a little bit. There's probably going to be a few corrections at the end of the series, but what I'm thinking here is melee weapons, especially swords and axes and anything that's a melee weapon that's thin, needs to be accounted as if it is a banana chip. It makes sense that these weapons, that you're meant to stab and slice into people should be thin. So, the banana itself should be like a chip. The weapon should be more like a chip rather than a full banana. So, the Uber Saw. Rating it as how it looks with the banana peeled application. Honestly, it looks pretty decent. The thinness would make it really nice if you'd cook this bad boy in the oven or fry it a little bit. I mean, dang, does that look sharp. I will also say that the yellow being used and the little syringe in the weapon itself is brilliant application for what it should be, which is storing all of that Uber. And of course, when you're storing it, it'll be red or blue depending on the team, but the fact that the rest is filled with the yellow makes perfect sense. It's the peel, it's supposed to hold something, and so I'll give it bonus points for that. The handle itself is green like usual, and the yellow is slightly used just for the very top of the weapon, and the rest is, as it should be, the banana. So, what do I think about this weapon? I think, honestly, it's really good looking. I like it more than something like the Amputator, for instance, and as such, I'm going to be giving this, for a melee medic weapon, I'll give it an A tier. Honestly, I think it deserves it. As it looks, as it could be fried as a banana chip, it looks good. So, this bad boy goes in A tier, and I get to eat a banana, which is delicious, as usual. Man, they should really just add the strangesecondbanana to TF2, is what I think they should do. Hey Valve, you taking notes? Hope you are. If this keeps up, I might have to start making a petition. Maybe there's already a petition. We'll see. Oh, and keep removing bots, cheaters, and something else I've noticed is there's a lot of people that are just being really toxic. By the way, if you see anyone, good potassium people in the game, that are harassing someone, please feel free to kick them. The kick system is there for a reason. Toxic players can also be removed from the game. That would be awesome. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.